Let's take a look at the story of the Old Man of the Mountain, a master villain who was more like a murderous, modern-day diabolical cult leader. This guy did it all. He chose a remote closed-off location, built a castle, and filled it with young girls to be used as bait. He then had them lure fine young men to his compound, only for them to be drugged and turned into programmed assassins. I will tell you his whole history is related by Messer Marco Polo, who heard it from several natives of that region. The old man was called in their language a Lodin. He had caused a certain valley between two mountains to be enclosed, and had turned it into a garden of the most beautiful damsels in the world, who could play on all manner of instruments, and sung most sweetly, and danced in a manner that it was charming to behold. For the old man desired to make his people believe that this was actually paradise. And sure enough, the Saracens of those parts believed that it was paradise. Now no man was allowed to enter the garden save those whom he intended to be his ashishin. He kept at his court a number of the youths of the country, from 12 to 20 years of age, such as had a taste for soldiery, and they believed in him just as the Saracens believe in Muhammad. Then he would introduce them into his garden, having first made them drink a certain potion which cast them into a deep sleep. And when he wanted one of his ashishin to send on any mission, he would cause that potion whereof I spoke to be given to one of the youths in the garden, and then had him carried into his palace. So when the young man awoke, he found himself in the castle, and no longer in that paradise. He was not over well pleased. He was then conducted to the old man's presence, and bowed before him with great veneration, as believing himself to be in the presence of a true prophet. And in this manner the old one taught his people to murder anyone whom he desired to get rid of. Lord of the Tartars of the Levant heard tell of these great crimes of the old man, and resolved to make an end of him. So he took and sent one of his barons with a great army to that castle, and they besieged it for 3 years. But after being besieged those 3 years, they ran short of victual and were taken. The old man was put to death with all his men, and the castle with its garden of paradise was leveled with the ground. And since that time, he has had no successor, and there was an end to all his villainies.